Hi everyone, this is a tutorial on how to use the do-it-yourself sprinkler hose kit. This kit is very much meant to be a replacement for your current system and not as much a repair for your system. So, first I'm going to show you everything that comes in your kit. You're going to get 50 feet of PVC tubing. Might not be pink, it might be yellow, really depends on the package. You're also going to get 3 sprinkler heads, as you can see here. 2 sprinkler heads will be one-sided, and 1 sprinkler head will be open on both sides. So it's going to, again, depend on the system you're rebuilding. You are going to get 2, these are hose fittings, hose connector fittings. So this is obviously the end where you attach your hose. So you're going to get 2 of those. You're going to get zip ties to replace any broken Velcro if you need to actually, attach the unit, attach to the unit. That's what the zip ties are for. We'll also get 4 elbow fittings and 4 of the 3-way fittings. So I'm going to just give a quick demonstration on how to build this. Now, best practice to make this easy for you is to remove your current system and use it as a template. So you can measure out how much tubing you need. You can cut it with any box cutter or sharp knife. And then you're literally going to piece this together to build a replica of the current setup that you have. So I'm going to just do a quick little demo here. So I have this end, and I need to just turn it one way. So I'm going to go ahead and use the elbow. You're going to get it on there all the way. And you see, it's just in the tubing. It's got a very tight fit. It's not going to come out. And then obviously, this is just an example, you're going to put the tubing then also on the other side. So now you've created your elbow bend if your unit needs an elbow bend. Now, if your unit needs a 3-way splice, it's going to be very similar. You are going to put the tubing on. You've created your 3-way, and then obviously you would have your 3rd piece. So now, if your unit requires a 3-way connection, you would be looking at that. Obviously, this build can be relatively infinite to, create what you need for the design of your unit. So if you needed to then break something again, splice it farther, these are all options. Again, best practice would be to use the units that you have now that's being replaced to get your template set. So hoses, similar. When you get to the end where the hose connects, so we've created the unit that we want. We'll use this one as an example. So we've created our unit. Now we want this side to be where the hose goes. Very similar. You first obviously want to put the connector in there. And then this piece just goes in the end of the hose. So there you go. You have that connection, and then you would just plug your hose in right here. Now, other things that can be done. We'll just keep building off of this. If you need, you've built now this connection, you've got your hose going here, and you need your actual sprinkler head here. This is, again, very easy. You're just going to stick the sprinkler head in here, get it on tight. You want to kind of go a few notches in to make sure it's really in there. So when you are connecting these units, we include these zip ties so that you can go ahead and also secure the ends. Obviously, if you want to cut these off, that is an option as well. So now you have like extra security there. We recommend that you do this at all of your ends that you have fitted for the sake of security. So, as you can see, we have now built using this end. Again, sometimes you have to work your magic to get it in, but it does go in. So we're going to secure this. And now we have essentially a functional unit. So again, just to recap, important things to know about the kit. Zip ties can be used either to secure your hose to your unit, or, and we recommend, to make sure that you reinforce your fittings. The kit itself is going to come with, and this is important, 2 sprinkler heads that are closed on one side, so they're one-way sprinkler heads, and 1 sprinkler head that is open on both sides, and you'll be able to see through it when you look at it. Now, this is meant to be the water goes through. So this is not an end piece. This is a between sprinkler head. You're also going to get the 4 elbow fittings for making 2-way splits, and then the 3-way fittings to make 3-way splits, as well as 2 hose fitting connections. So this unit itself is potentially more than you might need for one unit. So you have a lot of ability, I think, to build, whether it's for our product or for a product that you purchase somewhere else and you need to replace the hose. So it's a good product. Tips from people who have built them before is, again, as I said, use your unit as a template, or use the previous water system as a template. Otherwise, you don't want to be cutting pieces too short where they're not going to work, especially when it comes to making sure that you've cut this long enough to use the Velcro, because if you can't attach it to the Velcro, it's not going to stay where it needs to be. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us, and we can give you some other tips and help. But hopefully this video kind of gives you a good understanding of how to build your own hose based on our do-it-yourself kit.